Good morning, 3rd of August 2026. The song is a fun one from way back. I remember when I was a kid. It's called Lily the Pink. Don't know which by, ain't got a clue, but I'll find it. So, today's card is the Empress. Sun, Leo, 7th house partnerships, open enemies, legal matters. So today's card is neutral, but it does represent mothers and the military and agriculture. So we're hoping for it upright because that's abundance. Now she's in a sweet spot, so it's important perfect. So they're already working fast. Somebody here does not have the moral high ground. They're fighting an uphill battle the next 7 days. Communications, letters, emails, gifts, parcels, postman, immature, earth sign energy, those of a darker complexion, those in uniform. All relevant. So whichever chimes with you, really. And today's card, which is neutral, the mother energy. We're almost there, on the last stretch. And then we can lay that heavy burden down. There's the homecoming in the background. That heavy burden was never yours to start with. Somebody is going to pay for past deeds, karma. This is where all the chickens come home to roost. Intentionally or unintentionally, whatever you've done, it comes back. So karma is the apple tree. We don't get rid of everything. We don't give up. We pare away the branches that no longer serve us, and we feed the roots for a better crop later on. So do the right thing now, and then no matter what's gone on in the past, and things will be as they should be. There's the Libra card, 7th house, Libra. Well done, Spirit. It's the lines, the marital home, justice, legal matters, open enemies. Justice is blind. So they don't want excuses. They know what's right and wrong, and it's going to be settled. So where is Libra? Absolutely nowhere in the chart. Which means it's probably a person. The number 11. Sons, Casey, Daniel. And there's the Leo energy in the negative with a Capricorn in the background. Somebody trying to control you. Somebody who's a coward. Somebody who is unable to tame the beast within them. It's illness, bad temper, and narcissist energy. So 8 and 26, David, Ian, Penny, Leah, We've got the Leo Sun, which is there, Sun and Leo, well done, Spirit. We've got Jupiter in Leo. We've got the Ascendant in Leo. And we've got the South Node in Leo. So the Leo is the past. First house is Leo, is the face you show to the world. Pride comes before a fall. So be humble. Accept just and fair decisions. Somebody may be going to court. Yeah. Patience is a virtue. And that 7 and that 3 make the 10 that you're about to lay down. Your ships are about to come in. Your patience will be rewarded. Yeah. Face the chaos head on. There'll be hope, healing and freedom. Follow your north node, not your south. This is your past. Aquarius energy. The illness there may be heart and back. This is legs and ankles that's healed. It is being totally detached in the eye of the storm, watching the chaos reign around you and doing what you do best. It's not your monkeys, not your circus. 17. Fred and David. The chapter is over. It is no longer. Travel to the object of your desire, be the person, things, or events, and you'll be welcomed with open arms. 21. Dean and Bob. And love is there. It's a small energy, it's an immature energy, it's childish, but it is real, it is unconditional. So, and Scorpio, death and rebirth. Somebody is getting a second chance at life. Coming out of the comfort zone and starting to live again. 13. Nick and Helen, Scorpio energy. Shared resources and the reproductive organs, which goes with the partnerships. You are with the wrong team and you know it. The foundations were never strong enough. It was never meant to be permanent. Red lights, red flags all over this from Spirit. Success after a battle. Victory will be yours, but you have to stand up for yourself. 6 days. Yeah. It's time to stand on your own 2 feet and be totally independent. This is the Independence Day. You have everything you need. There is one thing missing. 9 years possibly. But it means total independence within or without a situation, partnership, relationship. Because somebody's been found out for their lies, deceit and theft. Things that go on in the dark. The Thursday night card. They have taken credit for too long and now it's time for them to face the consequences. Thief in the night. So it could be an actual robbery and somebody's going to court for it. Here it is again. Your patience will pay off. So patience, my friend, it's there on top of itself because somebody hasn't got the moral high ground and it will be brought to light. Yeah, there is no passion here. No action needs to be taken or won't be taken today anyway. Impotence, somebody feeling they're unable or unwilling to take action. That is not an excuse. Now we have Aries. So, dishonouring the dead, not doing what's said to doing, all mouth and no action. It's not like an Aries. Not protecting yourself. Somebody with very low self-esteem. Inaction. Enemies will be overcome. Gemini energy. Small amounts of Gemini and Aries. Yeah, not sitting on the fence anymore, making a decision. A decision that's been going on for 2 years. A celebration, a reunion, May the 1st. A get together with the girls or the boys. Again, this is not your people, this is not your tribe. It's time to find them. There is no equal reciprocity in this situation. Never was. And financial success of a female or a Leo. The name Lily, Rose, and Forget Me Not. So you don't forget, but you must forgive. The truth is out there, and it will set you free. No more mind games, no more lies. Just is what it is. 1 week. So we're looking for Scorpio as a main player, and then a bit of Gemini and a bit of Aries. Scorpio's in the 3rd house of communication, about reproductive organs and shared resources, or a death and rebirth. So, small amount of Aries. Aries moon, well done spirit. Mars in Gemini. Saturn in Aries. Uranus in Gemini, so rebellion and war. Neptune, victims and martyrs in Aries. Midheaven is Gemini. Ceres, Gemini. Pallas, Aries. Part of fortune, Aries. Tenth and 11th house are Gemini. Well done, spirit. So enemies are overcome. These open enemies are overcome. Let's have a look then. What's going on? Seventh house, again, partnerships, marriages, open enemies, the law, legal matters, the loins, marital home, the colours blue and brown, relationships, matrimony, partnerships, unity, other people, projection of your feelings and your thoughts, public enemies and lawsuits. The soul has reached out to another in a mutually beneficial relationship. It has not worked because it's not mutually beneficial. Somebody is controlling. Exposure is suggested with the sun. Aggressive partners maybe. Unconscious search for a father or a mother substitute. That's never bodes well. So, somebody here is unwilling to adapt to compromise with a partner. The sun in Leo. Exuberant self-expression, outgoing, enthusiastic, benevolent, whilst it's best for them, playful, proud and autocratic. The sun in Leo recovers quickly from setbacks and is a committed taskmaster. So, let's have a look then. gift. Giba, that's where we started. Where is he? The page with his gift. Sealed with a kiss. A letter, a communication, whatever it is. Illiteracy. Somebody who's not very good at communicating, at writing. It's an agreement. But it only lasts as long as we are grateful. So X in Roman numerals is 10, so that's important. And Giba is 7. Well done, Spirit. Perfect. It's about generosity. Odin, Wednesday, and Thursday, Thor. Thursday night. Well done, Spirit. Giba. The 7th rune. The letter G. Gifu brings credit and honour which support one's dignity and furnishes help and subsistence to all broken men. These are broken men, devoid of aught else. Gifts, generosity and help from those who are in need, signified by Giba. Giba is also said to indicate love, perhaps in a more general sense of charity rather than purely personal. Oxen, so Taurus, which is today's card, make an appearance with Giba because cattle are measures of wealth among the early people of Northern Europe. Generosity is that of boundary markers, and somebody didn't have any. In other words, being overly generous can also be a bad thing, somebody buying affection. In addition, recognising one's own boundaries is as important as knowing how much to give. In another sense, the rune is connected with innate talents or abilities that can be taken as gifts from the gods. This is the first rune of the series not to have an inverted meaning, so its message must be taken at face value. Both Odin and Thor are symbolically associated with Giba. It signifies knowing one's boundaries and swearing to abide by contracts. So, swearing on the Bible, in court, possibly. The job is to preserve order of the universe. So you've got to face that chaos. Odin, being the archetypal king, was expected to give generous gifts to his followers in order to reward them for their loyalty. He possessed a marvellous arm ring called Draupnir, which replicated itself with 8 others. So the 9 rings of Odin, 9 years. Identical rings every 9th night. These precious objects were then distributed as it pleased him. Giba has thus gained an extra interpretation as a valuable ornament. So somebody was a valuable ornament for some length in time, and that was all. In his song, Odin warns that it is better not to ask than to overpledge, as a gift demands a gift. So it should be mutual giving, and it wasn't. Don't make hasty promises, and do not try casting enchantments, because those spells will be broken. In both cases, a price must be paid, so caution should be a watchword. And you are paying the price now, with the 7 of Pentacles. The giving and receiving of gifts has been important in every society. As a gesture of mutual respect, a symbol of fondness, the custom is meant to bind people together. This may be why it's still marked with an affectionate letter X to denote a kiss. While in previous ages most people were illiterate, documents were signed with an X. So someone may be signing a document, but be careful you read the small print, because here is someone, especially a Leo, who is manipulating the situation, trying to control it to their benefit. And you must stand up for yourself. No matter what you've done in the past, you must do the right thing now. Giba signifies both the donor and the recipient of the gift. All is well when the conditions of both parties know the limits to their agreements. Even if nothing material is actually given, the payment for the gift may come in the form of simple gratitude. But if that is withheld, so nobody's grateful, then resentment and quarrels will be the result. The same applies to the giver. A present should be given with an open heart, not taken back. However, otherwise the giver will feel forced into obligations and the recipient will feel worthless. When Gibo appears, it's certain that you will feel honour bound to help someone out very soon. However, it is important to judge exactly how much help you should give. After all, if you're too generous, then this needy person may become over-reliant on you. If you are not generous enough, however, you could be considered a skinflint and your reputation will suffer. So let people stand on their own 2 feet. Let's think. Number 20, the poppy. Remembrance. The poppy is with today's card because she is Remembrance Day, November the 11th, May the 31st, and military. So number 20, judgment. Unfortunately, there is a judgment coming. Self-medication, opioids, drugs. The Latin name Papaver somniferum. The Moon, Venus and Mars. Love and war. It's a long history with magic, medicine and politics being the source of a powerful class of drug known as opiates. The roots of morphine, opium and heroin. Poppy has been linked to Neolithic humans and the lands of Sumer and ancient Greece, used in both medicine and in mystery traditions, with a wide range of different species and varieties. Being such a widely cultivated flower, not all species contain opiates, but all have magical and medicinal virtues. Carvings of many Greek goddesses are depicted holding the poppy flower. The mother goddess Demeter, there she is, transformed the young man she loved, Mekon, into a poppy flower. Hypnos, so hypnotherapy, and led to Morpheus. There's Morpheus. Metamorphosis. The gods of sleep and dreams are associated with this plant. Rituals and mysteries of life, fertility and death, and the resurrection are within the realms of this plant's magic. Today, they are associated with remembrance rituals of the wartime dead. Along with sleep and death, the prolific seeds are associated with financial gain and abundance. Poppy has been used in love potion formulas to attract, enchantment and bewitch. That spell will be broken as soon as true love walks in the building. Like other plants with small prolific seeds, poppies can be associated with invisibility and confusion, being particularly helpful in throwing off law enforcement seeking to capture and prosecute you. So somebody could be prosecuted. The seeds do not contain opiate latex, but still quite magical, because it is in reverse, so someone will be caught. There's no doubt in my mind. Though viewed often with suspicion in modern minds due to the heroin drug crisis, poppy has traditionally considered as a great friend and an ally to humanity. The essential nature of the poppy is in soothing and treating deep exhaustion and illness. And there it is, exhaustion and illness. Somebody is ill. Poppy helps us truly rest and regenerate, listen to our dreams and let go of our sense of agendas and accomplishments and competition. One might argue that drug abuse takes that to the extreme, but when called upon for a healthy relationship, the poppy spirit brings balance between our sense of doing with structure and responsibility, simply being without rigid structures, allowing new creativity to develop. Poppy in reverse warns us to rest and regenerate. We are nearing exhaustion, if not already there, and we need time out from expectations to simply be. Let go for a time and renew your sense of joy. Rest and regenerate is essential to your health. So it must have been a grueling time, this. The Eagle King, number 12. No more victim and martyr behaviour. Don't be someone's victim and don't grit your teeth and say yes when you really don't want to. Number 12. The Eagle King. He sees things, he sees your life from start to finish, basically. Knows better than you do. So the number 12. Pisces, 12th house. And I believe was Leo in the 12th house. Let's have a look. Oh no, the 12th house is Cancer. So, the Eagle King challenges you to see a higher purpose in these events. Not everything is meant to come up to pass according to your specifications. If you can't see the forest for the trees, stand back for a while and let the Eagle King fly on your behalf. Perhaps it's time to speak to someone who has objectivity, a lawyer, and an ability to see the bigger picture where you don't. So don't agree to anything until you've had counsel. Just remember that even when things don't go your way or the way you expect, there's always a reason for the detour. It's time to detach, to sever ties. According to spiritual law, you can have anything your heart desires. However, if your happiness and sense of security or feelings of power depends on controlling others like that Leo card did, or something in your life, then you are attached to that person or thing, and it is a chain which binds you to a lower frequency and keeps you stuck. Your guidance is to ask the angels to help you cut the cords that tie you to people, things, and emotions. So freedom, stand on your own 2 feet. No codependency. When all attachments are released, you can no longer be manipulated emotionally. This enables you to reclaim your power and be genuine. Free your spirit and that of others. It's time to let go. Release everyone and everything so that your spirit can be free. Let go. Stop trying to control everything. Stop stamping your feet and having a tantrum like a small child and realise that spirit knows the bigger picture, and that's what's important. Yeah, fate, number 16. Fate is taking a hand in this, I'm afraid, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's time to pay the piper. 16, which is the Tower in the Tarot. Known by many names, the 3 fates, and we've got them there, a reunion, a celebration, a get together. Spin and measure and cut the thread of your life. They determine how long your life will be and what you will make of that time on earth. While you make your own choices from day to day and moment to moment, the bigger tapestry of your destiny is in the hands of the wise ones who see it in its entirety. Aligning yourself with that destiny leads to greater success. Sometimes it feels like fate does not have your best interests at heart. Look for the lessons in the tough times and know they will spin around to more positive direction soon. This is your destiny. This is your karma. This is your choices. Face it head on. Be aligned with the true nature of your destiny. If your life ended tomorrow, what would you regret? It's time to put it right. Maybe a letter. Seal it with a kiss. Be confident. Not proud, confident. Be free. Spirit will give you fair winds. You set the sail. Because you're not thriving where you are. There you go. Perfect read. No doubt about it. Lily the Pink. I think she was a snake oil salesman. I don't know. Let's see. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye-bye.